Hey, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to PackPullers. It is Cody, and today we are going to continue with our Alchemical Revolution starter decks, and we're going to get into the Diana Fire Ranger deck. We just finished and uploaded the Huntress deck, and this has just been a lot of fun because I'm excited to get back into Grand Archive until we can get some more sorcery product. I'm really hoping in one of our starter decks that we get here, we get one of the collector's rares. That would be cool. Why is this one more difficult to open? But I am so excited, and I hope you guys are enjoying this too. Back to opening some starter products and having a good time. What do we got in here? Probably another packet of tokens. All right. So today we're going to get right into it. Quick start guide. Make sure everything looks good here. Quick start guide. Ooh. Cleric curse spells. Okay. Not entirely sure what these are, but we'll look at them real quick. One cost, Creeping Torment, Fantasia, Cleric curse spell. On enter, put Creeping Torment on the bottom of target champion's lineage. Inherited effect. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, to deal 2 unpreventable damage to this object. Ooh, interesting. I wonder how you get that. Well, maybe when we open our deck here, it'll make more sense. That is also another new element that we haven't seen before, Umbra. So the Huntress deck had Neos. This has Umbra. I like the name of it. Let's Spirit of Fire, level 1. And take our material deck first. All right. So this is a Fire Ranger deck. So we're going to start with, of course, a Spirit of Fire. On enter, draw 7. Level 1 hero, Diana Keen Huntress. What a cool design. 19 health. Lineage release. Materialize a gun card from your material deck. Activate this ability by banishing this card from your champion's inner lineage. Okay, so I guess once you're a higher level, you can drop her and materialize a gun card. We'll see what the gun cards look like here in a second. Level 2, Diana Deadly Duelist. Still normal element. 2 cost. Diana Lineage. Diana Deadly Duelist must be leveled from a previous Diana champion. On enter, materialize a bullet card from your material deck. You still play its cost. Inherited effect, ranged 2. I'm not sure what that keyword is, ranged is. But now we have 2 new things. So we have a hero that materializes a gun and a hero that materializes a bullet. And then level 3 with the Umbra element, Diana Duststalker. Champion Ranger Human, Diana Lineage. On enter, Diana becomes distant. Also not sure what that means. That might mean that they can only be targeted by ranged units, maybe? On champion hit, generate a Creeping Torment card and put it on the bottom of that champion's lineage. That's cool. So that's why we have these tokens here. It's odd that they're a Cleric curse spell, considering that they're coming in the Ranger deck. So on hit, she gets to put one of those on the enemy champion. And then, every time they draw more than 1 card in a turn, they take 2 damage. That's crazy. 2 unpreventable damage. That's sweet. All right, let's see the guns and probably some bullets that we have in here. Maybe bullets? Yeah, it looks like it. Okay, cool. So the first one that we have is the Blast Shot Pump for 1 cost. It's a gun, must be loaded to use for an attack, and can't be used with an attack card. Oh, very interesting. Has 1 attack, 2 durability. Class bonus, if combat damage would be dealt to a unit by an attack using Blast Shot Pump, that damage is dealt to that unit and an additional unit you don't control instead. Ooh. So it's not quite a cleave. Well, I guess it would be a cleave. It's not a board-wide hit, but it can hit 2 targets. That's sweet. All right, Flash Grenade. 1 cost, Regalia item. On enter, draw a card. Banish Flash Grenade until end of turn. If damage would be dealt to a distant unit you control, prevent 3. That's super handy. You get the cycle, you get the card draw, and you can prevent 3 damage. That's really good. Plated Bullet. All right, so here's the bullet that we can materialize. It says to materialize it and pay its cost, but the cost is 0 here. Renewable. If this card would be banished from the field or in intent, put it in its owner's hand or its owner's material deck instead. Tap it, load the Plated Bullet into target unloaded gun, weapon you control. As a weapon is used for an attack, all of its loaded cards are put into the attacker's intent. Interesting. So sorry I'm reading so slow here, guys. I'm like trying to understand these cards as we go because these are new mechanics. So we have our gun with 1 attack and 2 durability. But if I'm reading this right, whenever we load the bullet in here, this is going to go with it as well. So it would be 3 damage, which is probably why the guns can't be used with an attack card as well. Because that would just be ridiculous. So that's interesting. And it's renewable, so we'll always have that. So that's probably something you want to get out early. Another gun that we have here, the Prototype Pistol, must be loaded for an attack, can't be used with an attack card. Class bonus on enter. Prototype Pistol gets 1 attack until end of turn. It's a 1 attack, 3 durability gun. Quick Draw Piercer, another gun. Banish it to draw a card. It's got 1 attack and 2 durability. Very nice. A item, an attack card, a weapon that also gives you card draw. That I like flexibility in cards. Taser Shot, a different bullet, renewable. Load Taser Shot into target unloaded gun weapon you control. On champion hit, until the beginning of your next turn, whenever the hit champion levels up, deal 4 unpreventable damage to him. Ooh, this deck is already seeming really cool. Yeah, honestly, a little more up my alley even than Huntress, which is really surprising to me. I thought the Ranger deck was going to be my least favorite, but so far, just seeing like between the Creeping Torment and the bullets and the gun mechanic, I'm really liking this. Next bullet, Penetrator Round, renewable. Load Penetrator Round into target unloaded gun you control. Class bonus level 2+. On attack, this attack gains combat damage dealt by this attack is unpreventable. Now, it's important to note that this has 0 damage on it. So this is, I guess you just put this in your big attacks to, probably with that right there, to make sure that the damage can't be prevented and try and finish out the game. Our last material card, Umbra Shadow's Twin. It's a Regalia weapon, it's a gun. 1 attack, 5 durability. When Shadow's Twin becomes loaded, it gets +2 attack until end of turn. Whenever an attack using this weapon triggers an on-hit ability, it's triggered an additional time. So Taser Shot would be really cool with that. So we put Taser Shot into Shadow's Twin. So Shadow's Twin gets +2 from its ability. When Shadow's Twin becomes loaded, it gets +2 attack. And it has an extra 1 from the Taser Shot. So that's 4 damage. And then whenever an attack using this weapon triggers an on-hit ability, which would be this champion hit right here, it triggers an additional time. So then until the beginning of my next turn, whenever the hit champion levels up, I would deal 8 damage to them. I would deal 4 twice. That seems really cool. That seems really good. Okay, so the material deck has got me really excited. Let's see what the main deck looks like and if it can kind of keep up with how I'm feeling. Make sure that looks good here. All right, first card, a fast skill, backstep, 2 cost. Target unit becomes distance. Now here we go. This is what we need. Unit stays distance until the end of their controller's turn. What does distant mean? All right, I'm gonna have to look it up. Hang tight with me. Okay, all right, we're back. So apparently, and I will take a screenshot. Actually, I'm gonna do it right now while I'm thinking about it. And boom. Apparently, distant and ranged are a new pairing of keywords. So whenever a card has ranged X, whatever it is, so she has range 2. Whenever she's distant, she will get +2 attack. So if it says ranged 1, if they're distance, they get +1 attack. So it's a pairing of keywords is how that works. That is what we need to know about distance and range. So distant doesn't really do anything. It just kind of activates the ranged keyword, which is very interesting. So backstep, target unit becomes distance. The unit stays distance until the end of their controller's turn, and then draw a card. Some good cycle, can give you some extra damage. Evasive maneuvers. 1 cost, fast reaction. Prevent the next 2 damage that would be dealt to target unit this turn. If that unit is a ranger, it becomes distant. Can also be handy on a retaliation. If you give them distant, now they have higher attack. Idle Thoughts, always a great card. Look at the top 4 cards of your deck and put them back in any order. And Floating Memory, you know we love Floating Memory. Full playset there. Speaking of distant and ranged, here's the Imperial Rifleman. 3 cost ally, 1 attack, 2 health. It has range 2, so as long as this unit is distant, its attacks get +2 damage. Class bonus, on enter, Imperial Rifleman becomes distant. Look at that. Look at that. Materialized Munitions, cool looking card. 3 cost, slow ranger skill. Class bonus, this card costs 1 less to activate, so it goes down to 2. Materialize a bullet from your deck, you still pay its cost. I don't think any of our bullets, at least in the starter deck, had a cost. So I'll be excited to open up our booster box and see if we can find some more bullets and some more guns. Oh man, because I haven't looked at anything from this set. I haven't looked at the card list or anything. So opening the box is going to be really sweet. It's probably going to take forever because I haven't looked at any of the cards. Next up, we have a fast ranger skill, 1 cost, reposition. Target unit becomes distant. Class bonus, Floating Memory. Yeah, it definitely seems like we're going to want to juggle the distant and ranged keywords. Next, ally, 3 cost, 0 attack, 4 health, supply drone. Class bonus, ranger. At the beginning of your recollection phase, materialize a bullet card with memory cost 0 from your material deck. Other than that, he's just a solid blocker. 4 health, gets you some bullets. Next up, a slow skill, 2 cost, take aim. Target unit's next attack this turn gets +2. Class bonus, this unit also gains range 2. So if the target is distant, they would get +4 attack. +2 from the initial ability, and then the class bonus, give it ranged 2. So they would get another 2 attack if they were distant. Oh, this is a kind of sad looking card. Take cover. Take cover, 5 cost. Wow, that's expensive. Class bonus, costs 1 less to activate. It is at fast speed. Okay, we're back. Take cover, 5 cost, ranger skill action. Costs 1 less to activate, so it could be 4 cost. Fast speed. Target unit you control gains stealth until end of turn. That unit also becomes distant. So this unit can't be targeted by attack unless permitted by True Sight, and they're distant. So it's until end of turn. So it's fast speed, so you'd kind of want to play this on your opponent's turn. But I wonder if you play it at... I'm not entirely sure how the stack works in Grand Archive. So I'm wondering if I play it as a response to a targeted attack, if that attack still goes through. I'm not entirely sure. If any of you rules lawyers know, let me know. Next up, 3 cost, 2 attack, 3 health ally, trained sharpshooter, class bonus, ranged 2. So if it was distance, it would be a 4-3. It's pretty good. I think a lot of our reactions, our fast skills, are good in a trade scenario. Like you've targeted me, because I have a 2 attack guy, and now I'm going to give him distant, so he's going to get buffed up. He's going to have 4 attack, and then this isn't a trade that you wanted to make. You thought you were going to get the value trade and take my guy out for free, but not so much. All right, next up, Airship Engineer, 2 cost, 1 attack, 2 health ally. with range 2. On enter, if you control a distant unit, draw a card into your memory. So good. Card draw is so good in this game. Whoa! Automaton Bomber. Cool looking card. With ranged 4. It's a 1 attack, 2 health ally. Ranged 4. So then it becomes a 5/2. Oh my goodness. Floating memory. Now those would be some value trades. If I could trade for something like, you know, that has 5 health with that guy and have floating memory, that's what I like to see. Next up, 2 cost, slow skill, force load. Choose a fire or norm element bullet card from your material deck with memory cost 0 and load it into target gun you control. That's really nice. Pull it out and load it all in one turn. It's pretty sweet. Next up, incendiary shot. Okay, this is interesting. So bullets not in our material deck. So these are items, bullets, cost 1. It has 2 attack on it, 2 damage. Tap it, load incendiary shot into target unloaded gun. Class bonus, on hit, deal 2 damage to the hit unit. So that would work really well with our Shadow's Twin. So we deal 4 damage. Actually, we do more than that. So we'd have 2 damage from the bullet, plus 2 from Shadow's Twin. So this would go up to 5 damage. And then we would get 2 instances of the on-hit ability. So that would be 9 damage. That'd be 9 damage in 1 attack. That's big. How many copies of Incendiary Shot? 4 copies. Full playset. Let's go. Next up, a 5 cost fast speed skill. Rocket Jump. Class bonus, this card costs 2 less to activate, so it goes down to 3. Target unit becomes distance. If that unit is defending, deal 4 damage to its attacker. That's a huge reaction. That could save your unit for free. Not only do you give it distance and maybe trade big with something, but if it has 4 or less health, you just outright kill it and don't even have to worry about the trade. Losing your guy. I'm really liking this deck. And we'll see how much I like it even more now that we're into the Umbra cards. This actually feels like a pretty good chunk of the deck. I don't know if the other deck had that many Neos cards in it. But let's check this out. First up, we have a 3 cost bullet, Anathema's End. Tap it to load it into a gun you control. On champion hit, banish all curse cards in their lineage. For each card banished this way, deal 2 unpreventable damage. So if we have loaded them up, we've got our level 3 hero here, Diana Deathstalker. We've loaded them up with, 3 curses, and we get the on champion hit. That's going to be 6 damage to him. That's huge. No wonder we only have 1 copy of it. Now the question is, if that activates twice, is that 12 damage, or is it 2 different checks? Like, I banish all the curse cards, I deal 6 damage, and then I do it again, but now there's no curse cards on their lineage because I banished them all. Excuse me. So I'm not sure how that would work. I really don't know. It says it triggers twice. On champion hit. Oh, no. Shadow's Twin. Whenever using this, triggers on hit ability. It says it triggers an additional time. So I'm thinking, and you guys let me know what you think on this. I'm thinking that it triggers an additional time. It's 2 separate checks. So you're going to get the on hit. You're going to banish all the curse cards. You're going to do whatever damage you did. And then you're going to do it again, and there's going to be no curse cards there. Well, I'm sorry. There's probably 1 curse card there. On champion hit, generated Creeping Torment. So, again, I'm not sure how that stack works. Because say they have 3 on them, and I hit them. I can probably choose the way these resolve. So I can either generate the 4th, because I get the on hit. Oh man, we're really digging in here. Because we would have 3. Well, we'd only have 2 on hits. So on hit, generated Creeping Torment. So on hit, generate another one. So if this is like sorcery, and I can choose the order in which these resolve, because they're happening at the same time, I could either choose to generate a 4th one on hit, and then have the on hit banish all 4 of them and deal 8 damage, and then it would do a second check and there would be nothing there. Or I could have this resolve first, deal the 6 damage, and then have the champions on hit resolve, creating a 4th token, but now it's the only one there because the other 3 have been banished. And then the check would happen again and it would deal 2 damage. Ultimately, it doesn't matter. It would be 8 damage at the end of the day. Anyway, it's all unpreventable. I'm just trying to figure out how this game works. And we really went down the rabbit hole there, so I'm sorry about that, guys. But let me know what you think on that. If my ramblings made any sense at all. Or these are Creeping Torments. 4 Creeping Torments. So I'm not sure why they gave us 3 in the little pack if they gave us a full playset in the deck. Because these aren't tokens, so like, they're not tokens. They don't sit outside the game. Okay, so you can have some that sit outside the game because on hit you create one. So these you could just play and attach them to the enemy champion, and then your champion can also generate them. Okay, that's interesting. Wow. Next up, we have a new bullet, Mind Break Bullet. 2 cost, has 3 damage on it. On champion hit, look at the opponent's memory and discard a card from it. Oh, if you do that twice, discarding 2 cards, that's rough. We have 3 of them. Jeez. Umbra Sight, much like Neo Sight and everything else. Draw a card, 0 cost, draw a card. You may draw a card into your memory and put Umbra Sight onto the bottom of your champion's lineage. When you do, deal 2 unpreventable damage to your champion for each cursed card in your champion's lineage. That is interesting. So I get to draw a card into hand and draw a card into memory for 2 health. Yeah, well, 2 health per. So the second one I played would be 4 health. But still, that's totally worth it. Absolutely. Ooh, Umbral Tithe, a fast spell, 5 costs. This card costs 1 less to activate for each cursed card in your champion's lineage. Oh, in each champion's lineage. Okay, yeah, so this could cost 0. Each player draws 2 cards into their memory. They deal 4 damage to each champion. Then deal 4 damage to each champion controlled by players with 6 or more cards in their memory. Oh, man. Oof. That's risky. That's risky. 3 copies of it. All right, last card. Super rare. Violet Haze. A fast curse. 2 cost. All units you control become distant. Then put Violet Haze onto the bottom of target champion's lineage. Inherited effect. This object has -2 health. Wow. 2 less health. Super cool. Super cool deck. I'm not gonna lie, I probably like it better than the champion, the Guardian Neos deck, because this is just really cool. Okay, favorite cards. Let's see here. What do I really like? I like the overall package. Like, this one's a little harder. I don't know anything like that's like a standout superstar for me. Shadow's Twin has to definitely be up there because that weapon is insane. Insane. Umbra Sight, absolutely. Drawing 2 cards is crazy. I love something that levies health as a resource. So being able to draw extra cards and pay for it with health is always big to me. I'm definitely going to put the Creeping Torment, the Curse package in there, because I think that's a really interesting way to play. It reminds me a lot of, if anybody ever played Hearthstone, the Curse package in Hearthstone where you shuffle curses into your opponent's hand and then they take damage from it. It's super annoying to play against, I'm not going to lie. Super annoying. But it's really cool. I think it's a nice way to play. And then for my 4th card, the Anathema's End Bullet. Because It goes well with the curse package. Banishing curses from them for burst damage seems really cool. And of course, yeah, I think this is a really good representation of the deck and what it wants to bring to the table. Because we have a gun, we have a bullet, we have curses, some that target us and deal damage to us, and some that target our opponents. And I think that's really cool. I like that. I like that balance, that back and forth of like, again, using health as a resource is one of my favorite things to do in most games. Like even if I'm playing like an action RPG and I have a guy that's going to do more damage based on the lower health he is, I just think that's a fun, unique way to play, and that makes this deck really cool and unique. So I went into this thinking I wasn't going to like it because like Flesh and Blood and some other card games, I've never really liked the Ranger archetype, you know, shooting arrows and stuff like this. But this curse package is such a unique way to play. I'm absolutely in love with this deck. We gave the Neos Guardian deck a home run rating. This is a sleeper hit. I don't even know, like, you know, oh, another home run. I'm not gonna say that because that just sounds goofy. But this is super cool. I'm really excited to play this deck now. Definitely more excited than the Guardian deck. I think this is gonna be fun and just a really unique way to play. So why don't you guys let me know what you think down in the comments. This is deck 2 out of 3 of our return to Grand Archive in the Alchemical Revolution set. So we have one more deck to go. We have Arsana, the Master Alchemist here, the Water Cleric deck. I'm super excited for two things. I'm really excited to see what the advanced element is in this deck, and then I think this deck is going to be super complicated because this one kind of made my head hurt trying to read some of the cards. And this is only a 3-star difficulty rating on their new boxes, where the Cleric deck is a 5-star rating. So if my head was spinning a little bit reading some of these cards, who knows how it's going to be going through the Cleric deck. And then after we finish that, we have... Where did I put it? Better not have lost it. We have a booster box to go through. We have an Alchemical Revolution booster box. What in the world happened to it? Oh well. And we're going to crack that sucker open, and that's probably going to take a long time because, again, I haven't looked at this set. I haven't looked at these cards. But now I'm rambling. I'll let you guys go. I want to be appreciative of your time. Thank you, everybody, so much for stopping by and watching. Welcome back. I feel like I'm getting back in the groove of things. You know, it's a new year. It's February now. But we are just, we're jamming. We're moving right along. I haven't posted in a while. Obviously you're watching this after the Guardian deck went up, but there are some distractions floating around right now. So I'm trying my best to like get some videos done and get some content out for you guys because I missed you. I've missed making videos, and with the big success that we had in the fall and December, I'm super excited to get back to it. But I feel like I'm getting into the rhythm again. And we're gonna have some fun. But thank you everybody for stopping by. Thank you again to our Patreon subscribers. We couldn't do this without you. Sam, Adam, Caleb, you guys are the best. You make this whole channel run. And so I just want to say thank you. And I'll see all you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.